And rising. Thank God for another day. No complaining, no crying. Fellas, I'm here with another one, man. What's this? March 4th. Another one for Dad Chat TV. I'm Papa Stretch, your host. This is Papa's Cooking. Breakfast time, man. Please like and subscribe. Leave comments, good or bad. Share it to your friends and your family, man. Yeah, fellas, man, it's gonna be one of those episodes, man. Today we just gonna do some venting, man. This is what we need, man. That's where it is. The word of the day is venting, cause we need it sometimes, man. We're gonna talk about a topic I've brought up probably before, man. How these women, especially the ignorant ones, they put us in messed up positions. They play all these little weird games, want to toy up and down with you. It's disgusting, man. And we ain't got nowhere we can vent and tell our issues without somebody saying, "Oh well, such and such," Remember, some guys did this before, and da da da. We ain't talking about what some other dudes did. We talking about what this woman has done to us at the moment. I had my kids for the last few days, probably since the weekend. With them dropped them to school. They all the way in Corona. No issues. Didn't call their mom. Didn't bother her. They had a little issue, like I said. But school calls their mother on behalf of my baby. Something with her ear hurts or something, whatever, kid stuff. But their mom wants to get on the phone and call me and just be difficult. Fellas, we're going to talk about being difficult, man. When you're trying your hardest to not fight with people, to not argue with people, you don't say nothing, you don't call, you don't bother, none of the things. However it played out, whether you left, they left, you're just trying to be whatever. But you got someone, like a lot of us out there, fellas, which we don't ever get to express our feelings. Pardon the smoke, man. I'm a little stressed, man. But stay with me, y'all. Please stay with me. This is an important message. She wants to get on and say little things and slick things just like when we were together and expect me to always just say nothing and just take it as regular talk, which a lot of them do, and play manipulation games. Then they'll try to start with when you either tell them off back or say something back or hang up, just not hear it. You're mad. You're bitter. You're angry. You're hurt. I don't want to be with you. I knew he was going to be this type of father because this, that, and the third. And it's BS, fellas. They don't say how it makes us feel when they playing all these little wannabe manipulation games just to try to keep trying to prove you to be something negative that you're not. If you don't, yes, I'll do it. No problem. Keep your mouth closed. Don't say anything. How is it that we're in a world where women complain so much about control and men being this and that, but yet they're the ones who are constantly playing these games? They don't understand how it puts a man in a position to where some men do get the efforts because like there are stronger men mentally and great examples for how we should be out there. But society makes it seem like we all supposed to be that. Just like there are great mothers and homemakers and great wives and all that. We can't expect them all to be that because the first thing they'll say is, I'm not this and I don't got to do this and I ain't this. But they play all these weird games just to get a rise out of you and get an energy out of you. And it's ignorant, man. It's ignorant. I didn't tell you my whole story. This is a woman who I've been with off and on for the first 10 years from 19, say 26, 27. It's also a woman I married after incarceration. Moved her and her child, who wasn't mine, in at the age of 7. Did my absolute best. School, walking to school, homework, providing everything, paying all the bills, family things with them. And like a lot of women who don't know how to receive love and a good man and real care, they fight it. They're so used to the guys who really done them wrong. They want the good guy to be like the negative, because the negative is probably who they truly wanted to be with, but he didn't show no good qualifications. So now when the good guy attempts to be that, they'll do everything to turn him in to a bad guy. You hear the story about what happens when a good girl goes bad. What about when these women turn a good man bad? What about when he wants nothing more, like myself, but to have had a family and to be proud of? I paid all I could. I spent all the time I could. Did all the things I'm supposed to. As I told you, not just with mines. I did the walking to school. I did the teaching how to ride a bike. I did the teaching of math. All those things with my former stepson. I never wanted nothing from him and his mother. Anytime she got money, she might have to deal with that. His father might wanting some things or whatever. You know how people come when it comes to the stimulus that came out and all that. I'm not one of them guys. I never wanted nothing. All I wanted to be an old man and sit back and smile and be proud of the family in which I brung up. That's all the reward I ever wanted. But if you come across these women that are so negative and so nasty, they turn a good guy bad in some ways. And that's the case with me. And instead of trying to be amicable and respectful after you not realizing like you basically used me all these years, which it is what it is, I ain't gonna sweat it, I'm a big dog. You still try to find ways to be difficult with me and my kids. And put me in between a rock and a hard place and say, if I don't answer this question the way you want, or do this or this, that, and third, oh, you're bitter, you're mad because I didn't want to be with you, or I left you, or whatever you think you did, whatever, that's what she says. And then, oh, yo, see, I knew he's going to be like this, that, and third. And we don't get to vent and really tell how we feel, because we're supposed to be tough and hold it down and not say nothing. If we do say anything or express somebody, it got to be that from these women. I'm sorry to say it, man. It's the women grown up in the urban places. It isn't 100% about skin color, although we know who mostly grows up in these places. But it's the environment. It's the environment that helped me thrive in the negative world when I did. It's the environment that's encouraging these girls to be nasty and somehow, some way, avenge the women of yesteryear who got done wrong. It's not their job to avenge them, and it's not our jobs to repay for what the guy yesteryear did. As I said before, I'm not the most perfect dad, and I miss some days in life, obviously, due to working and all them things. But nobody can ever tell you I was there for both of my kids' birth. They lived in the house with me up until this recent age. I paid for 90% of their everything. I sat in hospitals with them. Specialists. Held them late nights when they were sick. I wiped their butts up until this day, especially the 5-year-old. Not the wiping part, but all these things I've also done for my former stepson. And you think a woman would have had enough love or appreciation to make the family work, or if not, be respectful to this man. I have to watch this woman, who she used me against the other baby daddy in certain ways without me knowing in the early years, be kumbaya with him, his girlfriends, baby mothers, whoever, and all kind of other enemies, but paint me out to be an enemy. And fellas, we don't get to talk about these things. There have been times when I've cried over these subjects, not because I'm just so butthurt over no woman, but because I've put a lot of energy and love into people. And as 50 Cent said, what do you do when you love something or someone so much, but it doesn't love you back? Who do we talk to? The new woman who comes from these urban places isn't going to want to hear it. The old woman's going to think you less of a man if you tell her. If you don't have the friends I have, they'll clown you. But come to Dad Chat TV, because I won't clown you. I've been through the situations. I know how much anger I felt inside being so much feeling like I'm controlled, or this woman has my fate in her hand in some ways by playing so many mental games with me. But where do I go to get this out? Where do you go to get this out? Where do we go without somebody saying, oh, you're this, or you're in a man, and this, that, and the third? So you ask the men what happens, as I said before, with feelings about when we're divorced, when we can't live in a house with our families, when we got to deal with the woman moving on, or deal with her doing little funny things to try to antagonize you. They'll say, oh, well, no matter what, this, that, and third. What about the women such as mine that will call you and try to rub in your face, oh, I'm with somebody, or I'm getting ready for him, and this, that, and the third. But then on another note, on another show, they'll tell you how violent men are, how men are this and that. It's not all women, but it's the urban women in which my community I come from. And that's in every state, because my community is in every state. It's just different names of the streets and different boulevards. But where do we go? Who do I cry in front of without somebody judging me, fellas? Who do I tell them I'm trying to do this, this, and third, but she's playing these mental games? But the world, women are good at recording and showing the part they want everybody to see. They won't say how much this woman might have dangled another man in your face, but they'll tell people you're so jealous. She'll threaten you and play all these games with your kids and say how your kid's going to be around another man and all these things, which the things have been said to me. But then say, oh, look, he's an angry man. But there's no excuse to stop them, or nothing in the world to stop them from this. The woman from the hood has a right to hit because you called her a B word or something. Or when they do all the things they do, it's like, oh, well, women's supposed to be like that, and then the world turns the other cheek. Anything beaten up enough, fellas and women, will hurt and will attack. Anything living beaten up enough. It isn't only y'all. A lot of y'all got the short end of the stick, and I'm sorry for that, and I wholeheartedly do. But what about us men? Why do I gotta feel like a volcano of anger waiting to erupt? Because someone I thought loved me and I knew I loved has all these things negative to say and keep finding ways to be at war with me. But when the world turns their back on some of these women and you the man that picks them up and build them back into whole, why do they feel like they're too whole for you? Just another one, fellas. It's Dad Chat TV, man. Just trying to navigate through these waters, and I had to bring it to y'all. My truths, my reals. This is the content I'm bringing. Hopefully one day somebody sees this and appreciate it, man. Because these moments like this, I don't always know who to talk to. I ain't got too many. The few friends I do have, they sleep right now, but it's like, why should I have to deal with that? Why should you have to deal with that? I didn't bother nobody. I took my kids to school 45 minutes away from where I'm at. Train and bust, didn't argue, bother nobody. Just to get a call and say, why you ain't tell me when you dropped them off? Why didn't you tell me so I could have did this? And why you ain't do this? And why you ain't do that? She lives 5 minutes from their school. I didn't bother to take them back or make it in trouble. I did as easy as I can to ease anybody's her pain. I've always eased things in that girl's world, and she never appreciated it. And it's still negativeness that I get, just like you fellas get. But once again, the world is closed off to us. We gotta be so big and bad and rah 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 and show we ain't bitter. And what if I was bitter or hurt or mad? I'm not, in a sense. But what if I was? Why do they only get to be hurt and bitter when when a man leaves them or this, that, and the third and take everything? Dad Chat TV, man. This is just a breakfast one, man. My energy is a little low. It isn't because I'm sad. I'm just a little frustrated, but I'm here for y'all fellas, man. Please like and subscribe. Comment. Check it out, man. Breakfast time will be coming. Papa's cooking. This is Papa Stress signing out, man. Dad Chat TV.